Visual Studio Code is one of the best code editors used for writing programming lines of code. It gives support to most programming languages like Python, Java, JavaScript, C#, C, C++, Go, and the rest of them. Being developed and maintained by Microsoft company, the code editor comes with a lot of powerful features, tools like syntax highlighting, ability to debug your code, thousands of extensions that you can easily download, install, and customize to help speed up your workflow. In this video, I am going to show you in 3 different ways how you can download and install Visual Studio Code on any Ubuntu distro in your computer. So with that being said, let's jump down to the video.
Before starting this process, be sure your computer is connected to the internet. So let's start with method 1, downloading and installing Visual Studio Code from Visual Studio Code official website. Open any browser of your choice. In my case, I'm using Google Chrome. On Google Chrome search bar, type Visual Studio Code like this and click enter. Click on this first link here that you are seeing on the screen and locate the option for Ubuntu as you have seen here and click on it. Wait for the download prompt to start like this, and in my own case I will go ahead and post it because I already have this file downloaded to my computer, so I don't want to download it again. But in your own case, allow it to download to 100%, just like what you are seeing here. Once the downloading is completed, check where the downloaded file is saved. In my case, it is in downloaded folder. So I will go ahead and minimize this, and in my case is here inside the downloads folder. Double click on it and wait for it to finish loading. The reason that I am having reinstall package is because I already installed this file in my computer. In your own case, this option should be install package. So go ahead and click on that and wait for it to open. When prompted for password, go ahead and give your computer user's password. In my own case, I will just go ahead and type my password and click on authenticate. Give it some time for the installing file to load and finish installing Visual Studio Code in your computer. Once the installing file package is completed successfully, go ahead and exit all the menus. Click on your Linux startup menu like this and type Visual Studio Code. If you want Visual Studio Code icon to appear at your taskbar like this, go ahead and right click on the Visual Studio Code and click on Add to Panel like this. Immediately you clicked on this, is going to add Visual Studio Code icon to the taskbar. Method 2, downloading and installing through the terminal. In order for us to download and install through the terminal, the first thing you need here is you need your computer to be connected to the internet. Once that is done, click on your terminal icon and wait for it to open. Once that is open, we are going to use a package called Snap to install Visual Studio Code into our computer. So go ahead and type sudo snap install classic like this. Good. Now I have included all the command line codes that I will be using in this video in the description box. You can just go ahead and copy and paste it in your terminal and run the program. So once you have this code in your terminal, go ahead and click on enter. When your password is prompted by your computer, go ahead and give your computer user's password. So in my own case, I will just type that out and click on enter. Now, if you see snapped command not found, that means that you don't have snap package installed on your computer. So you need to first of all install snap in your system. So in order for us to do that, go ahead and type the command or you can copy from the description box and paste sudo apt install snapped like this. Click on enter, and in my case it's telling me snap is already installed because I have already installed this package on my computer. But in your case, if password is prompted, go ahead and give your password now, and just allowed it to finish the installation. And once that is done, we need to go ahead and type this command to refresh all the repositories in our system like this, and hit on enter, and allowed all the repositories to be refreshed. And once that is done, go ahead and type that command again, sudo snapped install classic code like this, and hit on enter. Now immediately you hit on enter, the installation process is going to begin immediately. In my own case, it's telling me that code is already installed, so that's the reason it's not running the installation again, because I have already installed Visual Studio Code here. Once the installation process is completed, go ahead and exit your terminal by typing the command exit, or you can click here to exit. Click on your Linux startup icon menu and type Visual Studio Code. From here you will see that Visual Studio Code is installed on your computer. If you want to add this Visual Studio Code to the taskbar, go ahead and right click on it and click add to panel like this, and you have Visual Studio Code successfully installed and added to your system. Method 3. Downloading and installing through Ubuntu Software Manager. The first thing you need to know here is that before you can download and install from Ubuntu Software Manager, be sure your system is connected to internet. And once that is done, click on the Linux startup icon, type Software Manager like this, and click on enter. Wait for it to open, and once that opens, go ahead in the search bar here, type Visual Studio and hit on enter. Give it some time for it to finish the search and open. As you can see, this first option here that we have is saying Visual Studio Code. Click on that and wait for this to load and open up. Now go ahead and click on this install button, and if your password is asked, go ahead and give the password and click on authenticate. And once that is completed, go ahead and exit this software manager like this, and check whether Visual Studio Code is successfully installed on your computer. In order for you to do that, come to this Linux startup icon here, click on it and type Visual Studio Code. And as you can see, Visual Studio Code is successfully installed on your computer. If you want to bring it to the taskbar, you can do exactly the same way how we have been doing it, by right clicking on Visual Studio Code and click on the add to panel option. So that is exactly the 3 ways in which you can install Visual Studio Code on your computer.
I hope you liked the video. Subscribe to the channel, click that like button if you find this video useful, turn up your post on notification so that each time I post a new video like this, you will be notified to come check on it. Okay, with that being said, I hope to see you in the next one.